great to see an older friend of ours on Sky. He was a really good fighter back in the day, and he's done a lot of work in New York for the fight scene and all around the States, and he brings us Claressa Sheilds. My old friend, Dimitri Salita, good to have you with us.
It's a great honor to work with Sky and to work with boxer Ben Shalom. It's been a great experience and good to see new faces in the sport of boxing. We're very happy and grateful to have Claressa fight in the UK. Yesterday at the public workout, we've seen the reception of fans and the media, and just they show so much love and support for Claressa. We have a stern test ahead of us on Saturday night, but I know that Claressa is going to be successful and put an explosive performance for everyone to see, and we're very grateful and look forward to Saturday night. Thank you.
Thanks, Dimitri. Great to see you and your fantastic team. We'll come to them in a minute. Let's just go over to the other side down there and Team Kozin, the Princess Emma Kozin, who has a wonderful opportunity here to become a world champion and take all those belts away from Claressa and to spoil the party and the dream matchup with Savannah Marshall. This is her opportunity. She's undefeated. I know you've worked very, very hard for this. First of all, a couple of words from your manager, Rudolf Pavlin. Rudolf, good to have you with us.
I will just talk for the Rudolf because he doesn't speak that good, but we're happy to be here. We are very grateful for the warm welcome, and I'm ready, and show must go on, right?
Thank you, Emma. Great to have you, and good luck with your challenge on Saturday night. It's a big team you brought over, Claressa. I'm going to go to your manager, who we've known for many years. He's worked in boxing and all sides of boxing, and highly respected, and great to have you with us, Mark Taffet.
Thank you. Thank you very much. First, I'd like to thank all of the media here today. We expected no less. There's no spirit in the world for boxing like there is here in the UK. And during my decades at HBO, I always loved working with UK fighters and working over here with the UK media. Pleasure to be back. Thank you, as always, for your support. This feels like one of those good old days in a room filled with excitement, and we're going to put on a show for you. I want to thank Boxer, Ben, John. Been wonderful to work with. As Dimitri said, great to have a new team and some new faces in the sport and their passion for the sport. Ben is a tremendous leader, and he loves this sport, and he's committed to it. John has incredible experience and sly like a fox, and together it's a heck of a team. And at Salita Promotions and for me at Mark Taffet Media, we're thrilled to be working with them and look forward to many years of great events together. I would like to also say so many old friends here, longtime friends, not old friends, big difference. And Gareth Davies, great to see him. Roy Jones, who I had the privilege of televising so many times at HBO, and one of the greatest fighters ever, skills beyond. And pleasure to see Roy here today. Wish him the best and wish his team the best. A great main event that we look forward to. Mr. Sauerland up here. Nice to see you. Been a long time. Yes. Spent many days in the HBO offices and have a lot of respect and admiration for you, and I know we're in for a big event if you're part of it. Claressa's team, great team. To my left and my right, Coach John Jackson, who was a great fighter many times on HBO and is now a trainer of world champions. And we love having John on our team. His skills, background, and personality in particular mend so well with Claressa. It's been a magnificent effort together, and it's a pleasure to also work for the first time for me with Gerald Tucker, who works with someone who I televised over 25 times on HBO, a young man named Floyd Mayweather. GT, pleasure to have you here, and your presence is felt and greatly appreciated. Now a moment on Claressa Sheilds. So I've worked with all the great fighters of the last quarter century. And Claressa Sheilds belongs right at the top of the mountain with all of those fighters. She has a wisdom and a spirit about her that is beyond her mere 26 years young of age. She knows who Claressa Sheilds is. She knows where she's from, and she knows exactly where she's going. Those shoulders you look at are not only meant for success in the ring, but those are shoulders like Charles Atlas. They can carry the world of boxing on them. And Claressa bears that responsibility and takes that responsibility seriously. And her intention is to stand up for women of sport, for women of boxing, for women of color, for young women the world over, and to make sure that they not only have every opportunity to realize their dreams, but that they have equality at every level. And Claressa stands for that every time she fights. It's much more than just a single night of boxing for Claressa. It's another step toward the history and the legacy that she wants to establish forever. Like Muhammad Ali, like Billie Jean King, athletes who transcended the sport and set the tone for generations to come. Claressa Sheilds will do the same throughout her career. In a mere 11 pro fights, look at what she's done. Won the world championship in 3 weight divisions, faster than any man or woman in the history of the sport. The only fighter in the 4-belt era to be an undisputed champion in 2 weight divisions. 10 world titles in total. 2 Olympic gold medals, the only back-to-back Olympic gold medal winner in U.S. boxing history. 26 years old, 11 professional fights. There's no one that's done what she's done this well, this quickly. The Gwoat, the greatest woman of all time, is something that she will go down in history as when she hangs up her gloves, whenever she decides to. It is my pleasure and privilege to be beside her, to work with her, and she's got much more to do here. 2012 was a very special time for her in London. She hasn't fought here since then. She is going to put on a show to let the world know there's a lot of good fighters, there's a few great fighters. There's one Claressa Sheilds, and we're going to see that on Saturday. And we're also going to see it when we're back here in June for a fight with Savannah Marshall. Thank you very much, and I think we're going to turn it back to you now.
Thank you, Mark. Lovely words, and yeah, what a resume. Absolutely fantastic. I just want to get a couple of words with the 2 men either side of you, because they're great figures in boxing. Gerald Tucker, first of all. I know you work with Floyd, the main man. I know Floyd's right in Claressa's corner. We're hoping he might make a late appearance and be ringside on Saturday night. Maybe you can tell us more and tell us how special you think Claressa Sheilds is.
Yeah, I talked to Floyd the night before last, and he's planning on coming. Of course, nothing's guaranteed with Floyd except for him winning a fight. But Claressa is super special. She's super elite. She separates herself from the rest of the elite, so she's at the top. Floyd calls it creme de la creme. And it was an honor working with her alongside John David Jackson, who was a great trainer. I learned so much already. We've been working since November. She's been putting in the necessary work to get the job done. Of course, she's going for the win, but if she smells blood or feels pain coming from her opponent, she's going for the kill. So look forward to a great fight, February 5th, pay-per-view, Sky Boxing.
Sky Sports on Saturday night, and John David Jackson was a fighter that we used to watch back in the early days. A wonderful fighter, become a top trainer. Really good to see you, John. A few words from you, please.
Thank you very much. There's not a lot to say. We're going to let Claressa do the speaking on Saturday night. I'm just happy to be part of this team. It's a wonderful team. Claressa, she's focused on what she has to do. And I guess I'm the serious guy on the team. So they joke and laugh, and I'm more serious. But we come to do a job, and our job is to win and then stay victorious and stay undefeated, and hopefully see Savannah Marshall in June. That's not guaranteed for certain reasons, but that's on her side of the fence. We're just here to do our job and become victorious on Saturday night, and then move on to the next fight. So, it's a pleasure to be here. Like they mentioned earlier, I've been here before on this turf, and I fought Chris Pyatt years ago. He was a favorite to win. Unfortunately, he didn't get that victory. But the fans are nice. Yeah, I love them. The fans here are all about boxing. They love the sport and they definitely push it. And that's a beautiful thing to see in boxing. So having said that, Saturday night we're gonna go to work and leave the same way we came, victorious and undefeated, and moving on to the next stage in her boxing career. So thank you very much, and I'll see everybody on Saturday.
It's a pleasure to have you with us, John David Jackson. Great fighter, great guy. And so to the main attraction down there right in the middle. You've had quite a build-up from your team, Claressa. You made quite a show as you came in to Cardiff yesterday. You're back, obviously. You struck gold in London. It's been a while. We've missed you. How pleased are you to be back here and ready to showcase your talent against Emma Kozin with a hopeful unification down the line, as Mark was saying, against Savannah Marshall, who will be ringside Saturday night to watch you?
Well, first I want to say I want to thank God first. I want to thank everybody that's here. I want to thank my promoter, Dimitri Salita Promotions. Thank my team, my manager, Mark Taffet, my coaches, GT and Coach John. It's been a really good camp. I'm excited to be here for multiple reasons. I've been in MMA for the last 9 months, and MMA was fun. I'm not done with MMA, but I want to do the sport that has my heart, and I've been boxing since the age of 11 years old. It'll be 16 years going on this year, and I'm just happy that I was able to win the Olympics here and then win the Olympics again in Rio, and now I've done so much in my professional career, I can come here that I'm big enough to even fight in the UK and walk the streets and people, yell Gwoat and they want pictures and autographs and stuff. That's pretty cool to me. But I have a huge task, and I'm over here for only 2 reasons, and I'll break it down for you quick. 1, to beat up Emma Kozin, and then 2, beat up y'all favorite Savannah Marshall and go home. That's why I'm here. So February 5th is the beginning. This fight, the preparation has been different. I ran mountains. I sparred over 100 rounds. I did so much cardio and so much strength training. I ate brown rice all camp. Brown rice, vegetables, and salmon. I kept it very, very strict to where this weight cut will be very, very good, and I can be very, very strong for this fight because I want to have a great return to boxing. And I want to show that even though Emma Kozin is 21-0 with 11 knockouts, that it's the difference between being good and being great. And I've been great for a very long time. And people forget how hard it is to be on top and to stay on top, to not get comfortable. I haven't got comfortable since I've been up here. And the fact that, a young 23-year-old thinks that she's going to come and take my belts and diminish all my hard work kind of pisses me off. But that's okay because I get to express how mad I am on Saturday. So I thank all of you for being here. I thank Emma and her team for being here. She's the first woman to actually put up a belt against me. She doesn't have one in the main for, but she's brung her WBF, that pretty blue belt over there. So when we fight, I'll have a chance to not only go home with my belts, but to go home with her belt also. So I'm excited to be here. And I'm going to show you guys something that you haven't seen. I'm going to bring that flavor. I know you guys kind of like to keep it just, go on there and get the job done. But I'm going to go on there and get the job done with a smile on my face. I'm not going to wear the slippers for the fight. Don't worry. And I just want to show y'all that, one, not only am I the greatest woman fighter of all time, but you can put me on the men's pound-for-pound list because my skills are unbelievable. And I'll make sure I've brought some of that stuff that I left in the amateurs, that I brought it back to the pros just to show y'all how good I can move. And I ain't sore or nothing, so we ain't got to have no excuses come on Saturday night once I get the job done.
Claressa, you've accomplished so much already as an amateur and as a professional, and Mark was talking about the legacy that he thinks that you're going to leave on transcending sport in a way. How important is that to you? And you've talked about what sort of shape you're in and that you're not getting complacent for where you are. But what about sort of looking forward, where female boxing has come and the stature now and the opportunities and the platforms? You must be really pleased about that. And how do you want to continue that as we go through?
Well, I've always been big on equal pay equal TV time, equal promotion. So just to see that now, I can say that, I make 7 figures and that I was one of the ones who was very outspoken about as soon as I turned pro. To me that was huge to know that, that my idols and Wolf and somebody who I look up to in boxing, Layla Ali, how much that their purses were, to be able to exceed those amounts and make it a blueprint to where women can make a living in boxing and, make this a career to where we don't have to, box full time, but also work full time and have a job. It's like I get to fully box and fully focus on my camp and my fights and defending my titles. So I'm happy to be a part of this time in women's boxing. It's a great time to be a woman fighter. Right now, the UK reigns supreme in representing women in boxing. So I thank all of you for that, because in America, it's like they're just a little behind. And hopefully that they see, it's usually the UK do something right, then the USA follows, or the USA does something right and the UK follows. So I hope that they see that how big women's boxing is over here, and they get on board and they start having women fight on every network in America as Showtime, ESPN, Premier Boxing Champions, PBC. Those guys start having the fights also, because we need that in order for women's boxing to grow. But it's grown tremendously. I'm happy to be one of the trailblazers alongside Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. I'm trying to think of anybody else. Those are the top 3 that come to my mind who I feel like has been super advocate of women boxing. And I forgot to say something. I hope all you guys be on the right side of history come April 30th. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. It's not just a great fight for boxing, but a great fight just overall. Not just women, but boxing, period. And just like you support that fight, if Savannah Marshall wins her next fight, because I know what I'm going to do on Saturday, because I always win. If she gets her W on March 12th against Femke Hermans, who I've also already beat, me and her will face off. And I hope all of you be on the right side of history again and be there to push up that fight and be on the right side of history, and just make sure that you guys support women in boxing and continue to grow the pay gap between the men and the women.